This photo with Missy Elliott was taken, I believe, in Miami during MTV's Spring Break, which is not the place you would expect to see an 8 or 9-year-old little girl, but Missy brought us to dance with her and perform on stage.
Work it, let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's why I need
So I almost didn't go to the audition for the Missy Elliott video. I had a basketball scrimmage and my priorities were clearly out of whack, but we showed up. It was a cattle call with probably 700 kids, and they taught us a routine, and I really think that it's because I had some theatrical background training, and a lot of the kids were just doing the steps, but my teachers always said, what's happening right here? Are you performing with your entire body and soul and essence? And they kept me through the end. They did all their rounds of cuts. And then the video came out, and she had used a clean version of the song on set, so we didn't know the context. And Grandma was watching and was like, what does put my thing down, flip it and reverse it mean? And we were like, oh, yeah. It means it's the start of a beautiful career, Grandma. To this day, I think that's one of the most spectacular moments in my career, and I'm forever grateful for working with Missy. First of all, can we talk about the geometry of my back right now? That angle is like folding. How did I do that? Baby got back. So this moment was taken during the VMAs performance in 2019 when Missy was receiving her Vanguard Award. This was a very full circle moment. It was 17 years since the video aired, and I had no idea I was going to be there. We were called last minute. It was so high stakes and high pressure that I decided to flip it and reverse it. And instead of being so overwhelmed by the pressure, the magnitude of the performance, I grounded myself, and I can remember in my body how it felt to be on stage. I was awake and alive enough for it that I now, in my body forever, can resource that and revive that memory with such clarity. Hey, Sarah Baker from Cheaper by the Dozen. You wear any kind of athletic gear years before athleisure was a thing.
Not one other kid in this neighborhood does chores.
Well, we're not like any other family in the neighborhood.
Right, so why do we live here?
I had a really special connection with Bonnie Hunt, who played my mother. And she taught me how to be honest on camera, to almost forget that I was being filmed and captured, and to just remain very present with the person in front of me. The beauty and magic comes from preparation, then completely letting go and letting yourself be surprised by truly listening and responding to who's right in front of you. And that skill has taught me how to be a better listener and to have more empathy in every kind of form of communication, relationships, school, and of course work. Ah, what a great moment. This moment was taken during my music video shoot for my song Stripped Bare. I am beginning to cut off all my hair and then buzz it off with a razor. This was a major line in the sand. I had reached rock bottom in many ways. I felt like I was at ground zero in my life, and I recognized that I could either continue trying to live out my past and let that repeat itself over and over, or I could decide to move forward with a fresh slate, a fresh start. This was actually the precise and exact moment that I knew, oh, there is so much more ahead. This is gonna get so much better. I try to lean into that space as much as I can now. Now we're making some progress. So this photo in this wonderful purple suit was taken at the Billboard Music Awards right after I came out, and I had penned an essay about discovering my sexual identity, and it went viral, and I really felt like I started owning my true artistic style and instincts. Coming out to the world, even to your family or to one person, is incredibly challenging. It is fraught with confusion and fear and, trepidation. So for me, I knew being in the public eye People were already going to take whatever I said and run with it, so I wanted to own my story as much as possible. But that was what was wrapped up in this moment on the carpet where I said, okay, I'm doing this so that the next person who reads the article and feels it can step onto the carpet in their own lives and have that moment of breaking free and owning who they are.